Hey guys, so in this video what I want to share with you is how I get paid from YouTube or Google. Google AdSense is what pays me every month. It's a direct deposit in my checking account. So when you have a YouTube channel, if you meet the criteria, which is a certain amount of subscribers, I believe at the current time it's at least 1,000 subscribers, a certain amount of hours that people watch your video, and a certain amount of views. Uh, I don't even remember what it was, a couple 100,000, maybe something like that. Once you reach certain criteria, you'll have to research that yourself because it's a moving target. When I started in of 2000, uh, July of 2017, there was new criteria rolled out in February of 2018, and it caused my channel to be demonetized. Monetized, a monetized channel means that Google runs ads before, after, and during your video, and they put banners on your channel where people can click the ads. YouTube is the same thing as TV, where Google makes money off selling ads as commercials, advertisement. And so as a YouTube creator, someone who gives them content, you give them a movie, you give them a video, you give them a sitcom, you give them some type of a comedy act, you give them some type of video content that people click on, that people watch, so you grab their attention. When you have people's attention, they can sell ads against that. And so as a creator, you get a very small percentage. There's, in rough numbers, for every million views, you get about $1,000. Okay. But like everything, it builds progressively over time. And just because, one video doesn't have a lot of views, it's, people go to one video, then they watch your other video, and then, that just compounds. Like anything, anytime you build wealth or you build some type of money, it doesn't have to be wealth, it compounds over time through consistency, and through delivering. And so right now what I average is somewhere between $200 to $300 per month, but I haven't been doing it long enough to say that it's going to be my going rate. It may go up, it may go down. You have to keep feeding the beast. You have to make videos. Well, you don't have to. I mean, old videos can just get a lot of views. A lot of people just watch my old videos. But how do I get paid on YouTube? I get paid based on how many views I get in a month. And then I get paid once per month, usually around the 21st of the month. You get paid once per month from Google. It says Google AdSense on my direct deposit statement. And again, it's pre-tax. You have to do your own taxes. You'll have to write that off at the end of the year if that's how you do it, and if you have any deductions. And then it's just like any other business that you have, whether it's a contracting business, cleaning business, you have a gross profit, which is, for example, $200 per month, maybe $2,400 a year. And then that's your gross profit. Now you have to pay taxes on it. Federal tax rate is somewhere around 25%, depending on your income bracket. And then obviously, whatever state you have to pay state income tax. And then, you can have deductions for whatever expenses you have for your channel, a camera, editing software, whatever you use, just like any other business. The roughest part is the beginning. Doing videos to build up a big enough base to actually get paid for it. Very small people get paid anything to mention, even $200 per month. For most people, it's a great goal. I know a lot of people will never reach that goal. But some big creators, they look at my channel like it's small peanuts. It's all perspective. But it's hard in the beginning to build up traction. And then you have to verify your address, and you go back and forth with that. You have to verify so many different things in the beginning. It's such a headache that it can cause you to give up. There's been several times during the course of my journey that I've wanted to give up. And you still are going to want to give up even when you make a certain level, because again, you have to keep feeding the beast. If, it's like anything else, you have to show up. Any other job, you got to show up. Now, I actually enjoy doing it. I think that come across in the videos. I always enjoy doing videos. I always enjoyed social media. I've always used it. I have an Instagram. I use it for free content. I have Facebook. I have different things I've always used. So for me, the most taxing part is dealing with, negative people, trolls, whatever you want to call them. That's the most taxing mental part. and putting yourself out there. You leave yourself open to criticism. And sometimes you're going to make videos where you're going to say, oh man, I didn't come across right in that video, but that's part of making videos. You can never wait for the perfect video, the perfect time, the perfect angle, the perfect voice. It's just going to be imperfect. And the more comfortable you get with being imperfect, the better your channel will be, in my opinion. And if you can get some money off it, that's a blessing. As long as you're not manipulating people to do it, you're direct, honest, and it's not a game. I mean, a lot of the big channels, it is like just a TV show for them. It's just, that's their job. They're actors, they're entertainers, they treat it as such, and that's it. This, for me, my channel is more or less like a vlog. It's like a video diary of my life with some humor in it, some seriousness, some, whatever, and the documentation of me living out of my car, which is a big part of it. A lot of people are interested in that because I think deep down people have a desire to live a minimalistic, simple life so they can be as free as possible, even though you always have to work because you always need income. You always get to feed yourself. You always have insurances. You always have to pay gas. And that's why we're talking about how do you get paid off YouTube. That's one way, but it's a small way. It's very hard to make it a sustainable primary income, but it could be another supplemental income. So I want to share this with you if you were interested. How do I get paid? I get paid once per month. It took me about 8 months to get monetized when it was all said and done. I've only been paid for a few months, so I don't have enough long data to tell you this is what I made for the past 3 years. And that's what you need when anyone starts to tell you about money, okay? Whether it's a multi-level marketing scheme, whether it's stocks, whether it's whatever investment, how much net profit have you made in the past 7 years per year? Okay, I don't want to know how much you made on one investment, how much you made on one trade. I don't want to know how much you can make. I don't want to know how much you even made last month. I don't want to know how much you made last year. I want to know for the past 7 years, how much have you net made as income? After expenses, after taxes. That's what I want to know because that's the bottom line. That's what the bottom line means is after all the bullshit's done, how much did you actually put in your pocket? Most people don't have anything to speak of. Most people, after the expenses, after you look at the fact, even though they did good 1 month, they did horribly for 2 months, even though they did good 1 year, they failed the other 3 years, and we all fail. But what I'm here to tell you is don't let anyone mislead you. Okay? And so that kind of morphed into that, but I want to share that with you. It's very important. So YouTube can be like any other job. You got to have some type of desire to do it. You got to show up. And it's not going to be perfect, and you're going to expose some of your privacy. Anyone can watch it, and they just never comment on it. They're just watching you. That's sure that happens, sure. But I just wanted to share with you. Hopefully it helps a little bit. If you want to do it, I do want to just end on a positive note. I think there's a lot of negative to a YouTube channel, and I think for most people it's not worth it. But I want to add a positive note that I believe that if you want to do it, you should do it because I want to speak confidence to people. And I believe if you're determined enough, just like anything, that, you'll figure out a way. And even if it doesn't work, it's another thing that you've tried in life. But I want to share with you. All right. Peace and love.